So, sarva dharmam parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva pababhyo mokshayashami ma shuchaha. This is a verse that everyone should memorize. It's the most important verse in Bhagavad Gita and one of the most important verses in the entirety of the Vedic scriptures. In fact, personally, I would argue that it is the most important verse in the entirety of the Vedic scriptures. And why? It is about what is our ultimate goal. And it's interesting. Our ultimate goal being prapatti, being surrender to God, absolute self-surrender unto the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That being our ultimate goal, interestingly, it's also our path. As I try to explain to people all the time, surrender is not just some dramatic thing that we do once, like becoming a born-again Christian, It's not that we make some statement, oh, I surrender unto you. Rather, we do that, but also it's a path. We practice surrender every day. And it's interesting what I had said earlier about Harinama Seva, about doing service to the holy name of God. This is what we're doing when we are meditating on the names of God. It's interesting. This is actually upasana. This is actually the secret of yoga. This is Yoga-rahasya. This is the secret of yoga. That there is yoga, the external form, that is the Ashtanga system. But then the internal heart of yoga is that we do yoga with bhakti, we do yoga with devotion. And this is the case even when it comes to meditation. When it comes to meditation, there is the formal practice of meditation, what we all do. That is, of course, we sit, we still the mind, and then we begin to meditate upon the names of Sriman Narayana. We begin to meditate upon Harinama, the names of God. However, what is a deeper understanding is that this is not just a technique. It's more than a sadhana. It is a service. The name of God being non-distinct from God, being non-different from God, thus being God. When we are reciting the names of God in meditation, yes, externally we look like this, or we have our beads, etc. We're very still. But internally, what is happening in the subtlest aspect of ourselves is there is still that awareness. It is aware of the holy name, but with a slight but vast attitude adjustment. It's slight, but it's vast. And that is, we also are aware that we are serving God by reciting his names. And more, we are surrendering to those names. See, why is it that for so many people, most people, it's difficult to do meditation? We're all humble and honest enough to admit this. It's difficult to sit and for a period of time have perfect awareness only of the name of God and recite the names of God with absolute devotion. The mind is going to wander. Sometimes we don't feel like it. Sometimes, as I say, we're just not feeling it, etc. But this is the process of surrender even in meditation, is that as we are either verbally or internally reciting the names of God, we must have an attitude of surrender to those names. And when the mind is wandering away, of course, that's the opposite of surrender. So we can see the perfect meditative state of perfect meditative awareness as the fulfillment of prapatti, of complete surrender. When we have complete awareness in meditation to the point where all that exists are the names of God within our awareness, and we are focusing on those names with devotion as service to those names in absolute surrender, and nothing else is distracting us. All that there is that Harinama, those names of God. That is complete and perfect surrender in the meditational sense. So this is the goal in meditation. Perfect awareness of the name of God? Yeah. Yogically, that's perfect. Devotionally, it's not enough. Devotionally, we have to have not just awareness, but surrendered awareness, devotional awareness. And at that point, when we experience that, we have experienced the fulfillment of our being. We have experienced why we are here and what we were born to experience. My guru would say we are born to taste nectar. It's very nice. There's one book by my guru, Sridhar Swami, called Sri Krishna, Reality the Beautiful, where in the introduction he says this, that we are born to taste nectar. We are born, quite literally, to taste the ecstatic nectar of surrender at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And when we experience that sort of devotional awareness in meditation upon the holy names of God that I've just been describing, pure, perfect meditational prapatti, surrender, we experience that nectar. So this is the true nature of meditation. This is the secret, rahasya. This is Yoga-rahasya and Dhyana-rahasya. This is the secret of yoga and of meditation. If we can meditate like this, we will taste God.